the Florida NAACP has said that black people should not come to the Sunshine State. You think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious.
Why do you think it's funny?
Because it is, dude. I just think that, and I don't think they're lying, dude. Like, there's a lot of things going on in the state right now that are backwards as fuck.
Well, I thought we sat here and talked about all the reasons to come to Florida.
Oh, yeah, there's tons of reasons to come, but there can also be, I mean, they can both exist, reasons to come and reasons not to come. That's definitely one of them.
I just got this message from the white organization in Florida. It says, sweet.
Yeah, his buddy's in the Klan. But you know what? Hey, I'm all about it.
That was pretty racist.
I was just
kidding.
Yeah, it was.
I was just gonna say, yeah, we need to get a consulate from all the different race groups and have them tell all their people, hey, don't come to Florida. You know why? There's too many fucking people here already. Traffic is a mess. Stop it already.
Let's listen to the news story. This is from NBC2. The NAACP tells black Americans don't come to Florida.
We are going to educate the people about Florida and what Florida is doing to black people that no black person should want to voluntarily come and be subjected to it.
James Muakil is the president of the Lee County chapter of the NAACP. He was at the Florida NAACP conference in Orlando this weekend. They voted unanimously to bring this travel advisory recommendation to the national organization. He says this is designed to keep more black Americans from visiting or moving to Florida.
That's what we're saying to them. Don't come into racism. Stay away from it.
James.
So I guess I'd like to ask Memphis, do you feel like Florida is more racist than most of the states in the United States? Do you feel more racism when you're here in the Sunshine State? You've traveled around.
Okay.
Wow. He put you on the spot.
Yeah, I do, but here's the reason why. Prior to me moving to Florida, those of us who live outside of this state always make fun of this state. It's a thing, like, everybody makes fun of Florida. To back on point, for black people, I don't disagree with that. I personally haven't had any run-ins bad with the law, you know.
Sure.
But I know quite a few who have, and it hasn't been pleasant, you know. But then it's not just that. You have, like, the crazy-ass white people down here. Let's just be real. When I first moved to Florida and I heard somebody say Florida crack, I'm like, anywhere else, somebody be fighting like, oh, them fighting words. Here it's like, oh, that's a thing.
It's celebrated.
That's what we call ourselves here.
I was like,
it doesn't have anything to do with racism.
This guy told me, he said, man, call me a Florida crack. I'm like, I am not doing that, bro. Because no, we don't do that. And so, and also for its growth, there's no growth of African Americans here in the state of Florida. It's just not. It's not. I can
say how you
So
feel
what about the
sure.
black businesses though that are here in Florida on a serious note? Don't you need people to come here and patronize those businesses?
But there are not that many black-owned businesses in the state of Florida.
It's a big state, man.
I know that. Trust me, I'm a part.
It's not like there's 10 of them.
No, TK.
It's a big ass state.
Most of the black-owned businesses in this state, everybody knows each other.
Or within
I'm just saying, don't you think that telling people not to come here would affect those businesses negatively? I'm saying.
Not necessarily, because some of the businesses they have don't determine not for black people. What they're saying as black people, we come here and if you do come here, be careful, just like anywhere else. But Florida's getting out of hand. I mean, you got what DeSantis been doing, all this crazy shit from his affair of like black history, and now he's trying to move black fraternity sororities off of campuses. You know, the gun laws. It's just not safe. It's just not safe. And
you think it's less safe for black people than it is for white people or Spanish people or Chinese people or Korean people?
Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, white people, this shit ain't really happening to shit happens to white people like anybody else. But what we're saying, we talking about black folks, man.
Yeah, but statistically that doesn't pan out. But black people,
and also you guys understand that black people still haven't been getting the justice they deserve when all this crazy shit happens.
Okay, I can understand that.
It's a lot included.
I can understand that.
It's a lot included.
There's a show on Paramount Plus. It's a new streaming that I picked up this week. My wife actually picked it up, and they have a show on there, missing or something about missing, right? And there was the first show, took 2 episodes, came right out of Collier County, and it was a police officer, all right, who 2 minority people within a 3-month span was seen with him the last time ever since.
Okay.
He's living in Collier County.
When did this happen?
This happened in like 90.
Oh,
no,
you know
in
what?
2002.
My wife
In
told me about
2002.
that.
20 years ago.
My wife told
Dude,
me
are you
about that.
fucking kidding me? That's not a long time.
It's a
That's
long
not a long
time.
time, dude. That's not a
It
long
It
time.
doesn't. It
long
doesn't
time.
make a case that you can't come here safely.
Okay, no,
is
I'm
what
not saying.
telling you.
No, I'm not saying
It
that.
don't matter.
No, we're not
It
talking
don't
about
matter
that.
about
What
that.
I'm talking
Isn't that
about.
what we're talking about?
No,
Isn't that the main issue we're
no,
talking
will
about?
you stop? It's no.
Okay.
What we did, where we were at was it or not whether it was safer for white people or minorities, and
Not
I'm
safe or as safe.
okay. And
As
I'm saying
dangerous or as safe.
It's
not.
not
I'm
as
saying
safe.
it's not.
It's not
I'm
as safe.
saying
Well,
it's not
it
just
is.
for this point. Just listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish the story, okay? Before you butt in, all right? Basically, all right.
I just want to talk every now and then. No, it's
Stop
cool.
butting in,
No, it's cool.
Tomcat. Let him talk. Let him talk.
No, I'll listen to your story.
Okay,
Go ahead.
basically, it's not a story. It
We're
actually
trying to hear the story.
fucking
Let him
happened
tell the story.
right here in Collier County.
I know
okay?
the story, actually.
Okay, good. I'm glad you do. Let everybody else know. Okay, the police officer was interrogated. Everything. The family. The mom's still fighting with these motherfuckers about this shit. Okay, they have actual eyewitnesses of people that attest sworn statements saying that the last time this person was seen was with this police officer. The police wouldn't do anything. And the guy is living in Iowa or some shit, Idaho or some shit, somewhere else in America right now. And I understand that there's a place where, okay, in order to prove murder, that you have to have a body. But if you're a person of authority and people come up missing, and there was a lot of shit going on, according to this thing that was true, that there was messages back and forth with the dispatcher and him, but then after the fact, they were reporting to the family, oh no, this was never called in and all this other bullshit. It's shady fucking bullshit like that, okay, that makes it seem way less safe for minorities because authority can pull shit like that off. And they don't typically do shit like that to white people. I'm sorry. If
They
you
sure
look
don't.
at
The
the history of the world,
statistics just
that
don't bear
doesn't-
that out, man.
Really?
That's the only
That's
thing.
You're saying that
Yeah, they
that
don't.
typically in America that most white people that are last seen with police officers come up missing forever?
Yeah,
that
that's-
doesn't happen.
That does not
That
happen.
doesn't happen.
Ever.
That doesn't happen.
And if it has
And I'm not
happened,
saying it happens.
if
to
it-
Listen,
a lot.
what I'm saying
not saying
is,
it happens
can
a
I
lot.
talk for a second?
All right,
Or
Tomcat,
are you just
go
gonna
ahead.
not let me
Go
talk?
ahead. It's your turn, Tomcat.
What I'm saying
Go ahead.
is the statistics for violent crime via the FBI, and I'm not going to go into the boring statistics, but they bear out that violent crime is committed at an equal rate for white and black people, which means it's just as dangerous for a white or a black person in
When you're-
America.
Yeah, when you're talking about violent
you're
crimes,
talking about-
statistically like street crime,
but
sure.
what you-
I mean,
you
Yeah,
But we're
and
talking
the cops
about-
are not picking people up off the
No.
streets, kidnapping
I'm
people,
not saying
man.
they are. I'm not saying they are. My dad was a cop. I know they don't do
I'm
that.
not going to
So
say
that,
that
I
they
mean,
don't.
just
that's not
saying-
something you need to worry about in Florida.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you do because you
Well,
looking at
is it you do
But-
or you
But
don't?
hold on, you're looking at it from a white man's standpoint.
You
I'm
definitely
white.
don't.
You
That's
got to
why.
understand, and plus you're a natural Floridian.
You were
You're
born
one of-
here. Like-
You
And
so-
I'm not saying
and
they
so-
are.
And I get where you're coming from,
I
but
back
it's not
police.
about how you view it. It's about what the warning was for folks like me.
Which point?
Everybody from the NAACP in this state, they were all together. It wasn't just him. It was a lot of them. A lot of them. It wasn't just him saying, "Hey, let's do
If
this."
you
it
can't
was
see
all
that,
of them,
that's
and
not
it said
right,
it was
dude.
What's
unanimous.
not right? What's not
But
right?
hold on, but
What's
listen.
going on? The laws
And
and all
they
the
were
other shit
all
that's
Which
going
law?
on in Florida.
unanimously.
What law?
The law about the not learning about Black history in books and pulling shit out of books.
There's a
and shit
law
like that.
that you can't
I'm
learn
pretty
about
sure
black
it has
history.
to do something with
Show
our
me the
fucking
law.
governor because he's the one who's fucking doing
He's
it. So
about to
yeah,
do it.
the
The
law's
governor
involved.
made a law. You can't learn black
He's
history.
about to do it.
Well, people can
Critical
look it up.
race-
They Google
critical
that. Did the
race
governor make
theory.
a law?
Shit
I
going on
mean,
with it.
they can
There's some
research
shit
it
going on.
themselves. They all got a
Sure.
computer. They're
And like
sure
I
at
said,
it.
and then
Sure.
he's about to try to, and now he's trying to pull diversity for his like historically black fraternity sororities off campus. That affects me
Okay,
because
that's an arguable argument right
It's-
there.
it's-
Yeah. To go to college here, maybe you don't want to go to college here because he's doing bad things too.
but still,
So
it
you're
don't-
going to
HBCU.
isolate that.
But it
You're going
don't
to
matter.
isolate that.
That's-
Is that what you're going to do?
So that
You're
means-
gonna sit here and
isolating
isolate-
it?
Oh, it's just college kids.
I
College
think
kids don't
Florida
come
is a
here
great
'cause
place
he's
to
only
live for white
racist
and black
to-
people or anyone. I would never tell someone don't come
But
here
also-
because of your race.
but
That's
also-
racist.
but-
It's segregation. It's crazy.
It's not. No, it's
Segregation
Making
is.
laws.
We got away from
Segregation.
Making
segregation.
laws
You guys
against
always
people
rail about
is that.
segregation, and you're talking about
That is
segregation.
not
Dude, how are you
how's that
twisting it
how's
like
that
this? Oh my
segregation?
God.
That is
Telling
no-
black people
Oh my
not to come
God.
to Florida.
What?
That's segregation.
No, that's
I'm
like
done.
being
I can't
segregation
even-
is saying,
I
okay, all the
can't.
black
It's
people that live in the state of
unbelievable.
Florida should also leave.
Fucking kidding.
What the hell are you
Why
talking
is it? How is
about?
it not?
Jesus.
That is not.
done.
That's telling everybody.
One race don't come here in America. That's not segregation. You're done.
I'm done.
No.
Explain
I'm
why
done.
it's not.
I'm done.
No, it's not.
I'm done.
Of course you are.
It's not.
Of course you are.
It's
Go
not.
ahead,
It
live
is
in your
not
little
that.
chamber, dude.
Because
Go ahead.
people need to be cautious coming to this state. You don't understand because you lived in Florida your whole life and you're white.
You didn't
You
answer
don't-
the
but you-
question. Why is telling one group of people, take away its black people,
No,
not to
but
come to Florida is not
You cannot-
segregation?
no,
Answer the question.
No, we're not
You
separating.
can't answer it.
Because
You
I'm
can't
not.
answer it.
I can't answer it. I'm
Can't.
answering right now because we're not separating the question. The question was it was for black people. We not. It's not. I'm not some substitute. I'm not. My people no substitute.
You're segregating
It's
people.
not segregating if it's not safe.
You understand? Read the definition
it's
of that
not
word.
You
safe.
said you were
Read the
done.
definition.
You said you were done.
Yeah, read the
It's
definition
not.
of that word.
If it's not.
Thank you.
If they deem it not
Because you
safe
obviously don't know what that means.
for African Americans to move to this state, it could be goddamn Mississippi anywhere, and they have done that. When I said,
I
when
know
go
you guys
outside,
don't
I
want me
can
to
tell-
have an opinion. I get that.
Who
But
ever
I'm
said
sorry.
you-
I do.
Nobody
Yeah.
did.
Sorry.
Did anyone,
Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it's factual.
and-
Same to you.
And secondly, nobody.
That's the
mine
same to
is.
you.
Mine is though.
And-
Mine are
oh,
facts.
yours is, though.
I don't
Of
have an
course yours
opinion.
is.
I don't have an opinion.
No,
Hold
you
on.
have the facts.
I speak the
Yeah,
facts.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
I don't have an opinion.
What was the fact again that you wouldn't say because you just butted out of the conversation? You gave up. What was
No,
it?
there is no fact that I wouldn't say. You don't know what the fuck segregation is. Segregation is when the government makes a certain group of people live in a certain area and another group of people live in the other area for economic
And make
reasons
sure
to
they
give them an
can't vote.
advantage.
Make sure they're
yeah,
like
and fuck
looked at
do
as
shit like that.
less
You know,
than
like the
Dan.
shit that our governor did by changing the fucking voting lines and making it harder for
Yes,
black
he
people to
did.
vote. Shit like that, okay?
Yes, he did.
But since you don't want to fucking hear that shit, that's fine. Yeah,
I did wanna hear
Disneyland
it.
and
That's
fucking
why I asked you.
and Ultra
But-
fucking music festival. That's fucking Florida for you, okay? Congratulations.
Well,
I like
here's the
that.
thing.
I like that.
Well, hold on.
But
Let
it's
me-
still
hold on,
segregation to
wait.
tell a group of people not to
No,
come
it's
to an
telling
area
them
in
to
the
be
United
fucking
States.
careful because
That's the whole point.
shit
is to be
doesn't look
careful.
shit looks bleak. It's kind of fucked up right now.
Because
that's
white
what they're
people,
telling them.
Because white people deal with a
And,
lot of
and
crazy
so play
shit.
it forward. What happens if they don't come?
They go
Hopefully
somewhere
shit gets
else.
better.
Segregation.
Hopefully the economic hit makes people notice that the shit that's going on is fucking
speaking of that,
stupid and
the-
bullshit,
and the
and they
economic-
fucking boycott.
I'd
because
like
they
to
do shit
interject
make people
here
come
for a
back.
moment.